If you're driving in Roanoke, Texas, there is a 1 in 7 chance that you are underinsured on your auto insurance. Hi folks, this is Scott Neal with Neal Insurance Brokers here in beautiful downtown Roanoke, and we love helping our neighbors out. And today we're going to learn about auto insurance coverages, why state minimums you want to avoid as much as possible, and why there's several endorsements you want to apply to your coverage. And we'll give some real life examples of clients that we've had where insurance played a huge part in protecting their assets. Stick around because we have over 1,000 customers, and we'll show you how costly gaps that could leave you paying thousands out of pocket were protected by having adequate insurance coverage. Now folks, here's the problem that most Roanoke drivers face. Texas law requires the absolute minimum when you're driving your vehicle, okay? That's 30, 60, 25. And what that means is when you hit the road, if you have state minimum liability coverage, that means you're only insured if you cause an accident that you're covering the third party's injuries, only $30,000 per person, $60,000 for all injuries, okay? And $25,000 for property damage. But here's what that really means in 2025 dollars. A serious injury, I've been in one, it was a lot more expensive than $30,000. The average serious injury costs $150,000 to $300,000. A new pickup in Roanoke, we love our SUVs and trucks. $45,000 to $80,000 is the average price for a new truck. Okay? Your state minimum coverage won't even cover the truck. So that is easy money for an attorney to go after if you're negligent in an accident. Last month, one of our customers was actually rear-ended on Highway 377 by someone with state minimums. And this leads me to uninsured motorists and personal injury protection, something very important I want to talk about. Their medical bills alone were $85,000. The at-fault driver's insurance paid $30,000 because they had state minimum, and unfortunately our customer would have had to fight for the remaining $55,000, but they had uninsured motorists, which I will discuss later. So let's start with what Texas actually requires. Every driver must carry at least that 30, 60, 25 limit. Texas, they don't care, honestly, if you get hurt or injured or whatever, or your vehicle. They only care about if you hit someone else. Fortunately, we advise all of our clients to add those additional endorsements on like uninsured motorist and personal injury protection. Here's also something people don't know. Texas is an at-fault state. If you cause an accident, your insurance pays. If someone else causes it, their insurance should pay. But what if they don't have enough coverage? You're left with the bill. Here's what we recommend to most drivers, not 30, 60, 25. We recommend 250, 500, 100. That's $250,000 per person, $500,000 for all people injured, and $100,000 in property damage. Why these numbers? Because the average serious injury settlement, again, like I said, is $200,000 to $400,000 in most serious cases. What if you kill someone? That no one wants to talk about that, but what if that happens? What's the jury gonna decide, right? Insurance becomes the most important thing in your life if you're caught in that situation. We also need to discuss uninsured motorists, okay? It's protection when other drivers have no insurance or not enough. Almost 15% of drivers in Texas are uninsured. Let me break down some examples of coverage for real type Roanoke examples. Okay, so liability coverage, again, pays for damage you caused. Last year, a Byron Nelson resident ran a red light and hit 3 cars. Total damage was $180,000. Their 250, 500, 100 limits actually covered it completely. And then we have other options like collision coverage. Okay, this is an optional endorsement where you pay a deductible and the carrier handles the rest to fix or basically cash out your car if there's a total loss. A Verdian customer hit a deer on a rural road in Collegeville. The repair cost was $12,000. Their collision deductible paid it minus their $500 deductible. That was it. Comprehensive coverage. This covers everything else like theft, vandalism, weather. During the 2021 freeze, a lot of cars malfunctioned and pipes ruptured, and not only in their homes, but their cars as well. We processed almost 50 comp claims for burst radiators and other damage, okay? So comprehensive and collision coverage, the average deductible is $500 or $1,000. You pay that, the carrier repairs the rest, okay? Uninsured motorist is a huge component for your insurance policy because that covers you if someone doesn't have enough insurance or no insurance at all. And an example is a rural Roanoke resident was hit by an uninsured driver. The medical bills were $45,000. Thank goodness they had $250, $500, $100 uninsured motorist limits. Their insurance company covered every penny of it. We recommend higher liability limits. If you're driving every day on the highway, you need to bump your limits up because you never know what could happen. There's accidents every day on those highways. Rural roads, okay, you have deer, limited lighting, emergency response times. Comp coverage is essential if you hit a deer or tree, something like that. Also, weather patterns for comprehensive coverage. That covers hail damage. We have hailstorms all the time in DFW. Here's the surprising truth about coverage cost. Upgrading from state minimums to our recommended $250, $500, $100 only costs about $40 to $60 more a month, but it provides you almost $500,000 more in coverage for a total loss coverage. That's about $1.50 a day for protection that can save you hundreds, if not potentially hundreds of thousands. Let me share 3 real outcomes from our customers. A Keller resident was hit by a drunk driver. It was a terrible situation. The medical bills and lost wages totaled $320,000. Because they had $250, $500 limits and an umbrella, they actually had everything covered by the insurance company. Without it, they would have been $260,000 short. Byron Nelson family, teenager, caused a 3-car accident a few months ago. Their total damages was $180,000. Their adequate liability coverage protected their assets, and the other family's attorney could not touch their home or their savings accounts or any liquid assets. A rural Roanoke customer truck, his truck was stolen at a Fort Worth shopping center. Unfortunate situation. The truck was valued about $65,000. Their comprehensive coverage, which covers theft, replaced it completely. Here's what I want you to do right now, okay? Because I care about you. Grab your current insurance policy. If you see 30, 60, 25 limits, talk to me, okay? Give us a call. We'll analyze your current policy, do a thorough review, look for gaps, and explain exactly your cost of not having proper coverage. Don't wait for an accident to discover your coverage gaps. Every day you drive with inadequate coverage is a day you're risking financial disaster. Remember, insurance isn't about the premiums you pay. I know a lot of people it's tight on money right now. The economy is terrible, I get it. But having a $100,000 bill for an accident you caused is a lot worse than paying an extra $40, $60 a month for adequate coverage. We love our area, we love our neighbors, we love our local business owners. We want to do everything we can to make sure you're adequately covered. So give us a call, 682-237-7975, or visit nealinsurance.com. Thank you so much for your time.